right here. This is the reality of creation. But that changes today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This one's actually going to be a pretty fun one, not just for myself, but for you as well. Because today, we're giving my lovely setup slash editing studio a very much needed makeover. Let me explain. So, if you haven't noticed, for the past 2 months, since I came back to YouTube after a little hiatus, I've been doing all of my videos in bed because that's where my TV and all my consoles are, and you know, I like to watch TV in bed, so I decided to leave the setup there when I started making videos again. And as cool as that was at first, it has quickly become very annoying as the months have passed, specifically on my lower and upper back, and even my vision a little bit because I have to squint in order to see the TV, and I'm giving up. I can't take it anymore. But it's not just because of my recording setup, but also my editing setup is becoming uncomfortable as well. You know, even though I have a very beautiful 4K computer screen, it's very tiny. It's only 14 inches long and probably like 9 inches tall, and as a result I end up going like this a lot or like this because I can't see. The older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing the importance of posture, so it's time for a change, and I've gotten everything that I need to make that change. But before we jump into it, let's take a good look at exactly what we're dealing with.
Alright, so this right here is where pretty much all of the videos that you've ever seen in this channel have been edited. I've always had this desk at least for the last 5 to 7 years, but as you can see, it's kind of a explosion of things right now. This right here is my computer. This thing is probably one of the best investments I've ever done, and it's gonna stay that way because I just really love it, and I don't really have any reasons to change it. It's never failed. Well, it's failed me a couple times, but you know, I took it to the doctor and then it was fine, and here we are. It's perfect. This is probably the worst part over here. This is where the biggest mess is at. I got my headphones, these Turtle Beaches, which I've actually also had since probably 2011. They're just that good. They've lasted a lifetime so far. Got a t-shirt in a bag. No comment. One of my 100,000 hard drives over here, and oh, this is I got this. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So this is a blue light. Don't stare right into it because I think it'll harm your eyes, and I don't know if it works, but you know, it's an artificial cure to my dermophobia, I guess you could say. I don't know if it actually works, but you know, it's all about the illusion, isn't it? And of course I have the box right here because for some reason I feel like eventually I'll get rid of it or sell it, even though I don't, so I tend to keep the boxes for way too long. You know, got my affirmations underneath that, and I got a bunch of Lego friends. These are actually from my work, but I haven't listed them yet, so they're just sitting there unattended. And then of course the other half of my 100,000 hard drives. Those little things have been responsible for 90% of this channel. Moving on. Garbage and a bunch of straps. Battery charger number 1, 2, and 3. And then panning over to the other side, got more camera stuff, my GoPro, my prehistoric point and shoot. Yeah, it's pretty old, but you know what? It gets the job done, and I don't see a reason to get one right now other than I don't really have money for it. Dust. This is what I call to be vintage, because I mean, it's slowly becoming vintage, and I've had this for forever. This is like one of those clock docks, and has my iPod. I think it's the 2nd generation, which actually still very much works, and is very used and very much jailbroken. And yeah, I don't plan to get rid of this, though I do plan to clean it. And then, oh gosh. And then back here, we have some of my Star Wars collectibles. These are the Burger King toys from 2005, which if you haven't seen the video on them, I'll leave it in the description. And then back here, oh my gosh. So this right here is one of the most generous gifts I've ever received. Shout out to Riley and his mom. That lady went into the woods, chopped down a tree, and made this out of it. That is badass. So it sits here very proudly, even though it broke, but that wasn't my fault. That was a mailman's or mail woman's fault. And this right here is a Christmas tree candle, which I got for Christmas, and even though it's fully used, I still have it because it's always Christmas in my book. And then, well, let's start with the fact that this is supposed to be a vision board, but I've only gotten so far with it. Though I really like this quote, "There's no learning without trying lots of ideas and failing lots and lots of times." Oh, shout out to one of my subscribers, James, who made this and many other and sent them to my P.O. box. I love it when people send me like handmade stuff and art, and yeah, if anything, I prefer it more than any other kind of gifts. And that's a reminder of how far my channel has come. So yeah, it's always cool to have these sort of things, you know, to keep you going. Then this right here is a reminder that we're in a pandemic, which now that I think of it is not very lovely, but you know, it is what it is. It is a reality. It's not over yet, but one day at a time. Down here, yeah, this right here is more so correlated to what I do for money and work. So I'm not gonna explain myself too much other than I'll try and let these items explain for me. So yeah, you do the guessing. I'm kidding, I'm a reseller, and that's my label printer and my jewelry scale. I mean, you know, it is what it is, but I would like to tidy it out a little bit. And then I've got more stuff related to my work and a amplifier for my beautiful guitar that is just sitting there patiently waiting for a guitar stand that I ordered on eBay a couple weeks ago because this still hasn't gotten here. Yay, international shipping!
Alright, so now that we've gotten the tours out of the way, it's time to get into like the actual makeover. But first, we need to get into the unboxings. Because what is a makeover without upgrades? I threw in the towel and I went for it. So why don't we go ahead and actually get started with an item that is directly going to be affecting this video and the quality of the audio. Basically, this thing. So what this basically is actually extremely simple. This is a wind filter, I think it's what it's called, and you know, it's super cheap, and it's supposed to block out like the S's and the loud P's and of course the wind. I don't know, tell me if you notice a difference. Did you notice a difference? I guess I'll eventually hear it, but yeah. Hopefully you do. So that was item number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to the actual interesting things of this video, which are these 3 things. So let's get to it. I already see a difference in the audio waves in my program, so I'm excited to hear this crispy audio. So I guess I'll start with this. This was actually a gift. However, I don't really use these kinds of things when it comes to my computer because I like to have a flat surface when I type or when I edit. So I actually have a really interesting idea for this, which I really hope it works. Got my 4th grade scissors. I swear, I used to have a proper box knife, but I don't know where it is. I usually don't lose anything, but that's just one of the things I've lost. A big old knife. Right? Whoa. I thought that my mom had this years ago, but I guess not, because this is not the same thing that I thought I was unboxing. But it seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, we'll figure this out later. But yeah, this is basically, I mean, if you didn't see the picture in the box, this is basically a laptop stand, you know, for people who maybe want to stand up while they work, or they want to have some sort of elevation. It's good for your back. But in my case, I'm gonna be putting this to a different kind of use, and I hope it works. But we'll find out soon. Let's move on to number 3, and we'll leave the best for last. I mean, you already know what it is, but yeah, best for last. Man, Christmas. Whew. I'm actually pretty excited about this one, but also I just hope it's not difficult to put together, because I'm already halfway through the day and I want to preserve as much daylight, so everybody on Amazon seems to agree that it is easy assembly. Alright, so what's behind curtain number 3? Or box number 3? Why, another box. I get a little bit hyper when I'm excited, so yeah. I mean, I could just tell you what it is right off the bat, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it and give you a visual surprise instead. This is gonna be like one of those MacBook reveals, or at least the old school ones. This is what it is. Kidding, this is one of the parts. It actually even fell out of the packaging, so I want my money back. No, I'm kidding. So this is what it is. It's a boom mic. It's a microphone stand. You know, like all those Twitch streamers. I'm not a streamer, but I definitely am slowly becoming an audio junkie, because I just love sound design so much. If anything, it's becoming more important to me than video. So this is something that I was really excited about, because it's going to make my sound quality so much better. So this is gonna be really handy, and I'm very excited. So let's put this aside and open up the last product, which is this. But let me try not to lose these parts. All right, so the last curtain or box is actually a monitor. And I'm extremely excited about this because I've been needing this for years. This right here is the Acer XF243Y. It's a gaming monitor, and I really wanted something that would not only help me have better quality for, well, games, even though I'm not a huge PC gamer, you know, when I do record video games, I do want the best quality, and that includes consoles, and this works with that. But that's not the biggest reason why I got a gaming monitor. The biggest reason is because I edit a lot. I'm a huge editor. So I realized, you know, I've been editing for a long time now, and I think it's time to upgrade for my lovely physical health. And of course, because I'll have more space to view my projects and more space to edit. So this is going to be huge. The only catch is I forgot to buy an HDMI. I don't know if I have any spare ones, and I don't know if this one comes with one. So we'll have to figure something out. Well, let's open it. I realized I should have probably opened all this stuff after I cleared my desk, but this actually has instructions on how to open it properly, so I should probably follow those. I don't know. I can barely see these instructions, so I'm just gonna wing it. Let's just all pray for no dead pixels because of my unboxing. All right. Don't try this at home, okay? Have mercy. There we go. Now, we will just carefully bring it back. Whew. That was legit. not gonna lie, I am an athletic person. I'm just not a very strong one. There we go. Okay, so, grand reveal. Chingy, brace yourself. I mean, I can't fully see it yet, but... Okay, so I'm guessing this is the stand, and that is legit. I'm nervous. Alright, wow, that's really nice. It's actually lightweight. It's really nice what money can buy. The fact that I've been using a TV from 2011 for the last 10 years of my life really spikes up my appreciation for brand new, up-to-date tech. Because this right here is just making me so happy right now. Wow! This is so seamless! It doesn't even have borders! Wow! And I love that it's matte, because I've personally never been a huge fan of glossy screens, though I get the feeling that that doesn't really exist anymore. Like, TVs are not totally made like that anymore. Like, matte is the new black, literally. So, I already know that editing is gonna be sick on that screen. I'm so excited. Oh, wait a second. There's still more stuff in here. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I was supposed to do this side first. But whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so this is the stand, actually. Whoa! Look at that! It's blue! Okay, I know that this might be kind of... It does bring an HDMI! Yay! Oh, what a relief. And I know that you guys might be like, okay, what's up with the blue? Guys, blue is my favorite color. And the fact that the stand is actually blue, I did not know that. I literally walked into Best Buy and asked some guy that worked there, like, you know, to give me the best gaming monitor on a budget. And of course, it happens to be blue. That just proves to me that this was meant to be, for me at least, so. I may have made a mess, and I haven't even cleared my desk. All right, time for my lunch break. A very good lunch break, a cleanup, and a new dog appearance later. I am back. However, continuing this makeover is a ship that is gonna have to wait until tomorrow to set sail. Because not only is it getting dark and I don't have the beautiful sunset hour that is my favorite time to record, but I also have plans with my bro Riley to record, and I don't want to be late for that. So, see you tomorrow. Alright, hey everyone, welcome back to the next day. Surprise! I already put everything together. Or you just see the monitor because everything else is up here, but I actually spent most of the morning just kind of putting all these things together because I honestly just want to jump straight into the makeover. Although, I'm not gonna lie, looking at this giant mess also kind of makes me want to run away a little bit. Hence why it's so messy, because I've been running away from it for weeks. But eventually, there comes a time where you have to face things head on. Apply directly to the forehead. So yeah, now that we have everything prepared, it is time to once and for all give this desk the makeover that it not only needs, but it also deserves. Let's get to it. Action. there it is. My setup, my new setup. I honestly, for some reason, did not really expect it to look this good. And I feel like the overhead light is not really doing it justice, but it looks amazing. And I mean, look at the size of that timeline. I'm still figuring out some things though, because the setup is not perfect. It does have some imperfections. For instance, the monitor for some reason was not perfectly leveled, so I had to slip a little piece of cardboard under the stand in order to have it perfectly elevated. And some people, may stress over that, but honestly, I don't really care that much. You kind of get what you pay for. This is not really an expensive monitor, at least for the kind of monitor that it is. And then the other thing that I did not actually expect, but also did, is the microphone stand. This is not an expensive microphone stand. There's these really professional ones out there, but I don't really have the money for them, nor do I really feel interested in them, at least where I am as a video maker. So I just kind of decided to go for something that was more budget, and you get what you pay for. This thing is really tough. Like, in order to move it and not feel my desk cracking, I have to kind of hold it all. Like, it goes up really smooth, and I don't know if it's because I have to break into it or what, kind of like a leather shoe, but I literally just installed it. I know eventually I'll get the hang of it. But to be honest, I'm really, really impressed with the aesthetic of it, because I knew that I kind of had an idea of what it was going to look like, but man, when I put it together, and especially when I put that light behind the monitor, wow. Actually, I was not even planning on putting the microphone stand here. I was planning on putting it on this table, because my microphone is so sensitive that it picks up even the sounds of the internal parts of my computer, which is a little bit too much. So I'm not really able to put the microphone stand on my desk because it picks up all the electricity noises. But to my surprise, from what I'm seeing here, it's not really picking up the sound. Maybe because, this is such a long boomstick that it's able to kind of filter out that sound away. But I did notice that when I do put the microphone closer to the desk, it does begin to pick up those waves. Anyways, overall, I'm really impressed, and honestly, I cannot wait to edit this video on this monitor. I feel like it's gonna be so much easier. My upper back is so excited to not go like this anymore. Look at how freaking tall this is. Like, this is gonna be so good for my back. I am very, very, very pleased with the height of this monitor. I actually ended up not using the stand that I got as a gift, which makes me kind of sad, because now I'll have to figure out how to use it, because I don't want to not use gifts. But yeah, I ended up not using it because it's perfect. This literally doesn't need elevation. My original plan was to put the stand underneath the monitor, and I tried it, but even if it needed it, which thankfully it didn't, it wouldn't have worked, because that computer stand is very flimsy, where in the area where you put the computer, that thing was just, it felt like it was gonna break when I placed the monitor. Now, of course, I don't think that's the case with computers, because computers are, less heavy, but at least with the monitors, but thankfully I didn't end up needing it. It would have been more stressful if I did need it. A lot of you may also be wondering, why didn't I do split screen? So this is a split screen setup, but why didn't I put one screen here and one screen here, and then maybe a keyboard and a mouse here, and have the laptop elevated? And I don't know, maybe that's something I might do in the future, but I have had split screen setups in the past, and even though I like them, I prefer this style because not only does it give me more room in my very small desk, I don't know, it just feels more natural for me, and it's easier when I want to do editing. As you can see, it's easier when I want to do gaming. I don't have to move my head. I just have to look up, and that's it, or look down. So yeah, that is overall what I have so far. However, we have a little bit of a problem.
No! Ah!
Yep. So, yeah. This mess is not gonna clean itself. Let's get to it. Alright, so it's been a couple hours and I've just been fiddling around with the setup. As you can see, I already moved the microphone stand and I'll probably be moving it more because I just don't really like, the upside down positioning of it. In my personal opinion and preference, I think that the best sounding audio is when the microphone is somewhere in this vicinity. Kind of like this, I guess you could say, but we'll see. But there's something that I haven't really addressed in this video that much. It's my actual recording setup because, I've put all of my attention on this setup and I love it. I think it's beautiful, it's perfect. But when it comes to my actual recording setup, I haven't touched it. That's because there's a little problem. Actually, it's kind of a big problem, and if I want to solve it with certainty, I'm gonna have to pay quite a bit of money. And I don't know that I want to do that. And it's basically Wi-Fi. Right now, all of my consoles sit where they sit because that's where I get the best Wi-Fi connection in my room. I don't have the best Wi-Fi in my house, so it doesn't actually reach this area very well. My computer is constantly connecting, disconnecting, and I've never really minded that much because I don't really do that much internet work here. I just edit, and then I upload a video, and I don't really care how long it takes to upload. But if I'm gonna be putting my entire recording setup over here, it does matter. Because, sure, if I want to record PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, then that's fine. But my second channel solely depends on Wi-Fi. And as a result, I've had to, depend on this setup where it is. And I thought about, getting an internet extension, hence why I said it would cost me. Wi-Fi extensions are pricey. And because they're pricey, I've just been really hesitant, and that's why I didn't get one prior to making this whole makeover. And frankly, I don't know if I'm going to be getting one anytime soon. So for that reason, I've just been back and forth in my head about whether or not to move my consoles over here because it would ultimately be a risk. And I can't just move one console and leave the other behind because they're all connected to the same capture card. And if the capture card moves over here, they all have to move with it. And the reason why it's a risk is because, and I don't know how much of my setup you've seen, but it's not cute. It's 3 consoles, 1,000 cables, and dust. Moving it all here, it's just gonna be literally an expedition. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to move it all back to where it was because I record for my second channel, almost weekly. So I depend on that setup a lot. But I love this setup so much, and just the idea of recording here as well for my current projects because I'm actually not really going to be needing that setup as much for future projects. But just thinking about recording here for my channels, when I do games and whatnot, it's literally music to my ears and eyes too. So I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna take the risk and, go on that expedition after all. I'm just gonna be moving my PlayStation 4. I'm gonna test out how the Wi-Fi behaves. And if it doesn't behave how I would like it to, then, it'll have to go back. But if it does, pack your kids, pack your wife. Y'all are moving over here. All of you. So I'm gonna go ahead, freshen up, and I'm gonna come back, revestida de paciencia, which basically means redressed in patience. It sounds better in Spanish. And we're gonna tackle this together, and hopefully it will work. Let's get it. Alright, I am very much rested, showered, and I've even watched some scary ghost shows, so I'm very much ready now to put the PS4 to the test. I even brought a table here, so yeah, I'm just gonna move it. So let's go ahead and get started. And also hope that my German Shepherd doesn't knock over the camera while I'm at it. Oh, she's like looking at it. here we are. So I've connected everything. PS4 is in the best position I feel it can be to grab that Wi-Fi. The only game that I could load up that uses multiplayer at the moment is GTA Online, ironically. So, oh, we got that chat going. But so far so good. You know, it loaded, which is a good start already. That is creepy. But listen, it loaded, and that's the important part. And I'm actually hopeful. I muted it. Oh, look at that, it's raining. Okay, it loaded, and so far so good, but the real test happens when we go out into GTA society and pray that we don't experience glitches. Let's go in the car because I feel like that's just the best place to test the Wi-Fi. Then we got those rain sounds and the voice with the nice stereo effect. Could become an ASMR artist at this point. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm actually hopeful. This is working. Okay, let's go to the casino. I mean, wow. And this lobby is full. Like, there's a bunch of people in here, and it's working. And mind you, it looks beautiful. I was honestly not expecting this to be this easy, you guys. I was expecting this to be glitchy. Anyways, here we are. Oh, that was close. Peep my drifting, by the way. Let's see how fast it loads the casino. It actually took a while to load the online, but that's normal. And it took a while to load PSN, so that's something. Also, keep in mind, I've actually been having a good Wi-Fi day on my computer, so it could also be, you know, that the Wi-Fi is just in a good mood today. So I won't fully know how good this is until I test it out for a few days. And of course, the ultimate test, which is when I record a video for my second channel, which uses a lot of Wi-Fi. Okay, here we are. That was relatively fast. Let's go spin the wheel. Let's hope I get a car today, because I never do. Come on. Give me something good for the video. And coins, you know. Thank you, Rockstar. Well, I am actually very impressed, but this is just one game. We should try out another game. I wish I could use like the ultimate Wi-Fi consuming game, which is Warzone, but unfortunately it's updating. But wow, so far so good. I am so hopeful right now. What's up, Shauna? Her name's literally Shauna. Oh, Kachi, don't move my camera now. What are you doing? Oh my god. You have no... You give no fucks. If you're thirsty, you are thirsty. Are you done? Can I get back to my test, please? Yes, reverse, please. Don't knock at me. Thank you. Okay. Why don't you go hang out with the cats? Please. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna test out now the game that I actually play often, which is Wildlands. Let's see how much it takes to load. Okay, I am online. Riley's usually the one who does this, so I'm like super lost. Okay, let's go on just a random online and see what happens. My cats are meowing in such a creepy way. I don't know, like, you cat owners out there, do your cats have like weird meows? Because mine do. The weirdest meows you'll ever hear. All right, connecting. Please. Oh no, service is not available. Come on, you were doing so good. Okay, let's try going into the store. I don't know, maybe it's the game? It worked! Yay! Look at that. So this is amazing. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. My cats want to play with my dog so bad, but it's... Are you kidding me? Timmy! Let's see. Come on. This is the pre-final test. Oh wow, look at that. That was actually really fast. Let's see what's on sale. Always go straight to the sales in any store before you check out what's in front. Because they want you to buy what's in front, because that's the latest. That's what's the most expensive. Wow, look at that. It already loaded. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. It's working. Okay, so let's go now to the final test, which is streaming. Entertainment. Netflix, Hulu. Typically the ones that give me the most trouble, even in my old setup. Oh, look at that. I'm already calling it an old setup. That's how much I've moved on already. Let's just play a random video, I guess, on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Load up. Yay! Oh, look who's there. It's me. Let's just play a random video of mine. I just don't want to play somebody else's video because, you know, it's their content, not mine. Okay, the video loaded very quickly. This is amazing. Sifting through the video is very fast as well. Let's cut the monitor some slack. It doesn't have the best speakers.
It was always on fire, our house, our dream. We were dancing on wider, reckless, big sea.
Wow. Not only did the Wi-Fi make me happy, but so did the sweet sequence. It's one of my favorites. Well, I think that just about wraps up this scientific test. I honestly did not expect this. I was prepared for it not to work and having to, you know, buy an extension. I mean, it's still not 100% certain, but the fact that it works, I don't know, maybe the issue's not my Wi-Fi, maybe it's my computer, but I don't know, because the entire time that we've had Wi-Fi in this house, it's always been an issue in my room. So a part of me still lacks trust, but that's something that I'll deal with behind the scenes, because this video has finally come to an end. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you made it all the way through, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this process and also enjoyed my new setup. This right here is going to make creation so much more simple. Actually, you know what? It's not gonna make it simpler, because creating it always has a level of difficulty, but it's gonna make it funner because it's more comfortable. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I now present to you the before and afters.